Howdy guys, welcome back to another video, and today is a very special video because it's the anniversary of one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah, not only my favorite Zelda game, but like one of my favorite games just period, like top 10. That's right, we're talking about The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, at least the HD version. I actually do plan on making another video about the original version later in November so I can celebrate its 20th anniversary. But as of March 4th, 2026, that is the 10-year anniversary of the HD version, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. 2026 feels like a very special time for each 3D Zelda because I feel like every single one has a very passionate fan base backing it up. I do remember back in 2018, Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword were seen as not good. Now in 2026, they're both considered great games alongside all the other ones. Of course, that's from my experience. And when you see people talking about Twilight Princess, you see them talking about the HD version. A lot of people call this one the definitive version of the game, and although I do agree to an extent, I still think the original GameCube one is the total definitive version. Now, if you're someone that enjoys HD, enjoys 16:9 widescreen, then absolutely. However, for me, I think there are games that were meant to be 16:9 and ones that were meant to be 4:3. Twilight Princess was meant to be 4:3. And in terms of how you control the game, like I was talking about the GameCube controller, we have the Wii U gamepad controlling it. What makes this one so special is that a lot of the stuff you do on the bottom of the screen. So all your items and stuff are down here, you can save down here, and it really just leaves a lot more to be enjoyed up here. Especially in 2016 when this game came out, this was the extent of the gamepad. And although you can't switch over to the gamepad to just enjoy it on there, there really wasn't a lot more used for it. I say that like it's a problem, and that's because it is. This is a big, clunky tablet, and although it feels nice to hold in my hands, it's a big, clunky tablet, which is why I personally prefer playing with the Wii U Pro controller. In my opinion, the game doesn't feel as great with the gamepad. And there's also a couple of other issues gameplay-wise that I find with the HD version. For example, the Mii stamps. They can go away. I do not like the Mii stamps in the chest. It's kind of dumb. Zelda's about exploration, and when you explore dungeons and find these chests, and you go out of your way to find them, and you open it, you find some dumb-ass stamp that you can't use for anything. I'm thinking, what the hell? I can't use this in a dungeon, I can't use this anywhere in the overworld, I have to use this on Miiverse. And I don't know if you lived under a rock or not, but Miiverse has been gone. So that is one part of Twilight Princess HD that is aged horribly. Another issue I have with it is how they got rid of some of the pose in the Wolf Link sections. I could probably see it as being something to get rid of the runtime of Twilight Princess because this is a long game, but I don't think that was the way to go about it. And to spend less time exploring with Wolf Link by getting rid of the pose, I don't know, just not the right decision in my opinion. But hey man, that water looks pretty good. And then, of course, there is one other exclusive thing to the HD version, and that is the Wolf Link amiibo and what you can do with it. You can unlock a brand new trial dungeon area. There is this big-ass rupee bag you can work towards. I mean, that's kind of cool. Don't gotta collect all these fish all day. And to think that when the game launched, it came with both, physical version of the game and an amiibo for 50 bucks. Go back to Skyward Sword HD in 2021, and they released the game for $60 and had a $20 amiibo alongside it. So it's 80 bucks for all that. 50 bucks here. And it also kind of brings me to this point, and that's that Twilight Princess HD doesn't really, feel needed. Like I said, I prefer the GameCube version, and I still think the Wii version holds up fine. But this really wasn't needed. You could have put this on a virtual console on the Wii, but you didn't. Wind Waker kind of had the case because it, literally revamped how the game looked. Skyward Sword HD was extremely needed just due to the controls. But Twilight Princess, I don't know, had to sell the Wolf Link amiibo somehow. So at the end of the day, I do love Twilight Princess HD. I think it looks gorgeous. I would just prefer the GameCube version over it. Hell, I even go on to say I prefer things like the original Wind Waker version over Wind Waker HD. But Skyward Sword HD, no, you are the definitive version. You win. You're staying. But regardless of all of that, it is still Twilight Princess. It's still one of my favorite games of all time. I have to give it a 10 out of 10. Yes, the existence of this game feels kind of unnecessary, but this is still Twilight Princess. This is still an extremely valid way to play it. And I would never judge someone for playing this game over any of the other versions out there. I don't know guys, drop a comment if you play on the NVIDIA version. But yeah, this is the 10-year anniversary of a 10-year anniversary game. Very special. Twilight Princess is going to be 20 years old in November of 2026. And it's just crazy to think that I was literally still in a diaper when this game came out. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Be safe and make good decisions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.